Hi everyone, this is Chris Stewart here with training footage from August 12th, 2014. Today in training I did snatches with a pause at the knee, below the knee specifically, and a pause at the power position. And I did clean and jerks. So first thing obviously is the snatches. And actually I was supposed to do regular snatches today, but I was kind of intrigued with these snatches with the pause at the knee and pause at the power position, and I actually feel like I'm decently strong at the below the knee position. The position I really need to work on is the power position. So you'll see me attempt a repetition here. I'll pull it right below my knee. I look really strong there, no wavering at all. Then I pull it into that power position, and the bar just kind of swings around and pulls me wherever it wants to go. And I get rocked on my feet a little bit. I just don't have the strength that I need there. So this could be a few things. Number one is that I'm not digging my heels into the ground, so I'm not having good enough a weight distribution that allows for this on my feet. So I want to keep that weight loaded on my hamstrings and glutes, all on that posterior chain, so I can explode when I decide to go from that power position. I obviously have a little bit of trouble doing this. I have a weakness in my posterior chain, probably specifically my hamstrings and glutes. I have fairly strong quads, but I'm good at quad dominant lifts, and a lot of these Olympic lifts are a little quad dominant. But I need to be able to hold my positioning on these on this first pull and be able to make my first pull last longer. This is going to put me in better positioning and allow me to lift more weight eventually. So like I said, with the pause at the power position, I don't want that bar wavering around like you're going to see there. See, like, look how it kind of sinks into my hips and then it comes back out and kind of, well, just, I don't know how to describe it really. It just isn't tight. The bar's falling around. I want that bar to be nice and tight and not to be able to go anywhere, because my back and posterior chain is not letting it go anywhere. So I worked up to 60 kilos for doubles on these snatches where I pause below the knee and then pause at the power position. And I really like doing these. I think this is directly addressing a weakness I have, along with doing accessory posterior chain exercises such as good mornings and RDLs. I'm hoping that within the next couple months I can get significantly stronger in that posterior chain and hopefully get rid of that weakness I have. The end goal is to stay over that bar as long as possible, and the way you can do that is because your posterior chain's strong enough to allow you to extend your first pull, or at least that's my understanding of it. And if anybody thinks I have a misunderstanding it, feel free to comment on one of the forum posts or on a video comment on YouTube. So now into the clean and jerks. I really wasn't concerned about cleans today. It was all about jerks because that's my weakness on clean and jerks, and it's, a 10 kilo weakness, so it needs to be addressed. So with these jerks today, I'm focusing on dipping down slowly and trying to keep that weight allocated on my heels instead of allowing it to get pulled forward onto my toes. And when I do focus on dipping down slowly, it seems like I'm fine on the dip down portion of it, because I'm just slowly dipping down and keeping that weight on those heels. But when I start to explode out of that hole, my weight gets pulled forward onto some of my the balls of my feet or the middle of my foot, and that causes me to kind of launch that bar. So I had a few repetitions today I was really happy with, but you can kind of tell if I'm being explosive or not on my jerk by my foot positioning. On jerks that I'm really explosive, it seems like I will actually have a little bit of a knee bend, whereas on ones, and by knee bend I mean my back knee will be bending a little bit more than just being stuck straight out. So on, so I also have a bad habit of just not totally exploding out at that bottom position on the jerk. Some of the reason for that is because I'm afraid of getting pulled forward. Another reason is when I do explode out of that dip, I get that bar really far behind me and it just seems a little awkward. So it's just like a psychological barrier, I guess, that I need to push through. Um, I can't really remember these individual reps. I do remember this first rep here at 80 kilos. I wasn't very satisfied with the clean. The jerk, I guess I'll just have to look at it. Actually, the jerk looked a little bit better. I was able to hold my positioning in that split like I kind of want to be doing, and that signifies that I have balance in my split. This clean here was a monster clean. I don't know what it was, but I really nailed that clean. And another reason I think my jerks are kind of inconsistent also is because my cleans are inconsistent. If I'm coming up out of that hole from a clean and I'm getting a little lightheaded, I just cannot jerk well. So if I can get consistent on my cleans, catching it at a good position, not tiring myself getting out of that squat clean, I think that'll also benefit my jerk consistency. Like you can see on that last clean I had there, it was kind of left out in front of me and I wasn't really happy with it. So that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching.